right, hello everybody. Thank you for joining. I am Riley with the T Storm Chasers, and we're going to take a look at your forecast. But before we do, here is a brief word from our sponsors at Cube Portable Storage.
What are you doing?
Decluttering?
Moving? Remodeling? In need of temporary storage, emergency cleanup, or just need to declutter? Cube Portable Storage has the perfect solution. Rent your Cube Portable Storage container today.
And don't forget, they got roll-off dumpsters for the other stuff. Call Cube Storage for all your moving needs.
Alright guys, so let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Let's take a look at the current conditions. Let's take a look at the radar picture first and foremost here. We do have some rain showers across eastern and southeastern South Dakota, kind of from Huron down to Mitchell, over to Chamberlain, down to Wagner, and then down into northeast Nebraska. We do have some light rain showers currently ongoing. If we put a loop on this, it is moving in a easterly direction, moving very slowly. So that eventually will be impacting Mitchell, and we'll see if it hangs on long enough to impact Sioux Falls, but at this time, not looking very likely. Now, current temperatures, 59 in Sioux Falls, 59 in Sioux City, 64 in Omaha, and then if we go over into Iowa, where we have that snowpack, temps are stuck in the low 40s, 43 in Mason City, and then it is a little bit warmer across the rest of Iowa, 57 in Des Moines, and low 60s down in southwest Iowa. And then up into Minnesota, we have snow out here, and temps are in the 30s and 40s. We got 41 in the cities, we got 39 in St. Cloud, 48 in Marshall. And then into eastern South Dakota, we got 63 right now in Mitchell, very nice out there, 63 as well in Huron, and then 59 in Aberdeen. It is a little cooler up in Sisseton, 46, and then out in western South Dakota, 59 as well in Rapid City, 63 in Mulbridge, 64 in Phillip, and then down into Nebraska, a little bit warmer. We got 60s and low 70s. We got 66 in Valentine and North Platte, and then we got 64 in Grand Island. So, you know, we got 40s, 50s, and 60s, and even a couple 70s here across our Quad State region. And so that is the latest there on your current conditions. Let's go ahead now and hear a brief word from our new sponsors at CE Construction.
From roofing to siding, CE Construction is setting the standard across North and South Dakota. Our expert team delivers quality, durability, and trust on every project. CE Construction, Dakotans helping Dakotans with their roofing and siding needs. Call or visit us online.
Alright, so as we take a look at the model runs here, the latest, let's take a look here. As you can see, those rain showers that I mentioned a little earlier is going to continue to slowly make its way east towards the Sioux Falls area, so could run into some rain showers perhaps if it hangs on, but you know, as you can see, it kind of carries into Minnesota and Iowa a little bit and still kind of hangs around Sioux Falls. And as that low pressure system continues to move to the east, on the back side of this system out in western South Dakota, we could see some rain/snow showers. Rapid City to Pierre and the Black Hills region could see some snow showers and rain showers. So, and then also by tomorrow morning, northeastern South Dakota could see some snow showers. Could be some rain showers near the Sioux Falls area as well. So that is the latest there. And then by tomorrow afternoon, that system will move on out of here and move into the eastern region, Minnesota and Iowa, and then far to the east. And then by Monday, and that'll clear out, and Monday looks dry. And then for your day on Tuesday, there could be a little hit here from western South Dakota of some rain showers here, as you can see there on the radar picture. And then by Tuesday afternoon, kind of moves off into Minnesota. And then for your day on Wednesday, high pressure kicks in right over us, and going to see dry and clear skies out there. And then by, we'll see what happens by next Thursday. Could be another little system coming in maybe by the 27th, southeastern South Dakota into Iowa. And then that'll clear out, and then by next Friday, there is going to be a low pressure system kind of hanging over us, but it's going to be, the moisture is going to be farther to the north of us, Minnesota, North Dakota, Wisconsin. That's next weekend. And then by, after that, we'll see what happens. It's still a week out. But, there could be a late March system coming through, based on what we're seeing here on the European model, giving you guys a good look here what to expect. But when you get a week out, take it with a grain of salt. It's, quite a ways out, so it's hard to tell based on that. But, we could see a system next weekend based on what we're seeing here on the European model. But that is it there. Now let's show you guys the temperature outlook. All right, so where we're at now, we got upper 50s and 60s going on here, even a couple 70s down in Nebraska. But as we play this out for you, by tomorrow, temps will cool down slightly. We'll drop back to the upper 40s and 50s across our region, 54 out in Pierre perhaps, mid to upper 50s down in Nebraska and southwest Iowa. For the Sioux Falls area, we're going to be around 50 tomorrow, which is still, that's about, average for this time of the year now. Getting into late March, that's 50 degrees is about average for this time of the year. And then by Monday, mid-50s returning for the Sioux Falls area. It's going to feel really nice. Not as warm as we had today, but still fairly nice for this time of the year. And 60s down in Nebraska. And then for western South Dakota, temps will be in the 40s. And then as we get towards Tuesday of next week, we'll warm back up again. We'll have temps returning to the 60s across the Sioux Falls area. That's going to feel really good. Hopefully everybody can get out and enjoy this spring-like weather. The big question we're hearing right now is, have we officially reached spring? And the answer is yes. We are officially, as of March 20th, we are in spring. Winter is over. However, it does come with a kind of an asterisk, because we're still in a mode where we can still get snow and still get winter-like conditions. But right now we're still we're in spring, but we can still get winter-like weather this time of the year. Really, through early May, we can still get snow. And then once we get towards next Wednesday, 50s, 60s, and even 70s here out in western South Dakota. 70 in Rapid City, and then down into Nebraska with temps in the 70s. Sioux Falls will be around 60 on Wednesday, the 26th. And then as we get towards Thursday, same story. It's going to be warmer out west, 60s and 70s, and then far to the east here, Sioux Falls region, mid 40s look to be the case there. Even 60 degrees up in Aberdeen. That's really nice weather. And then by next Friday, I gotta say, these models are showing 70s and even low 80s for temps here out in western South Dakota. 81 perhaps out near the Faith area and Pierre area. So that would be quite the temperature swing. And then the Sioux Falls area will probably be around 60 next Friday. And so that would be quite the warm-up. And then next Saturday, not as warm, low 60s in Sioux Falls, and then 60s far to the east, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska. Far to the west, it's going to be cooler, 40s and 50s. And so that is the latest there. Now we'll see what happens, after that, towards the end of March. But, again, we are in spring mode here. We can still get winter activity, but based on what we're seeing on the models, there's no sign of winter activity here. So that is the latest there. Now let me go ahead and show you guys the latest wind gust map. Alright, so this is the wind gust map. Let's take a look here. Southern South Dakota, anywhere from 25 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts here. So yeah, it is a bit breezy out there. Wind gusts right now in the Sioux Falls area probably around 20 to 25 miles per hour right now. And then by tonight, I will say by tonight, the winds this evening are going to pick up. We're going to have wind gusts in that 20 to 35 range, maybe even some higher amounts here down in northeast Nebraska near 40. And then tonight, east of the 41 miles per hour in Sioux Falls this evening, also out in western South Dakota as well with higher wind gusts. And how about that in Wyoming? 60 mile per hour wind gusts down in southeastern corner of Wyoming But here, dealing with 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts, pretty good bet this evening into tonight. And then by tomorrow, that kind of hangs around here, our region, anywhere from 25 to 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts continuing here. And then for your day tomorrow afternoon, around 35 miles per hour in terms of wind gusts. And then that will clear out. So really this wind will hang around between now and tomorrow night. And then after that, Monday things will clear out. Sunday night into Monday. Now out west, we will see some continuing wind gusts here, anywhere from 25 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts. But that is way west of us. And then next week, we'll see what happens. But honestly, next week is not really looking that breezy. So really, we just got to get through today, tomorrow, and then we're good. After that, wind gusts will die down. So that is the latest here from T-Storm Chasers. Again, continue to follow us on all of our social media accounts here. We got Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, and YouTube. We do have the 24-hour live stream behind me here, giving you guys the latest up there of weather information, and we'll continue to bring you guys all the updates as we get them. But for right now, things are a lot more quiet than they were the last few days, where we had a couple systems coming through. But things are quiet for now, and hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend, and happy spring. Stay safe.